Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Have you ever thought how this one statement can mean two opposite things? Who do you think you are? So someone can come along and say it in a really snarky way. Who do you think you are? And you already know that they're feeling threatened by your power. Or it might be someone like myself asking you a question during our coaching. Who do you think you are? That could lead then to some insight on what might be holding you back. So one phrase can either have pain or progress. Why is that? Because it's talking about our identity. It's not just our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's the package of us. And who you think you are isn't necessarily based on the truth of your potential and power. Instead, it's what you were programmed and conditioned to experience in life based on others' expectations of you. You've heard me say before, over 80% of who we are as an adult, we learned by age 8. And it's what's known as transfer of authority or transfer of power. So we wanted to make the people who are raising us, it could have been parents, grandparents, babysitter, older siblings, we wanted to make them happy. So we would do things that they would then reinforce. But they did not reach a point typically where they would then teach us how to experience a locus of control, how to hone our own focus, optimize our emotions, and implement actions for impact. No, what they would typically do then is take their authority or their power over us and then transfer it to our teachers so we would behave in school. I was not the child that did that. And then from there, it can be transferred to a boss or a boyfriend or girlfriend, a circle of friends, higher learning institutions. Oh, and I got a problem with that one right now because teaching kids this is their safe space when the world is not safe only holds them back and allows them to be manipulated and controlled by others because their mind is constantly looking for something outside of them that is going to give them certainty instead of learning how to be empowered to make it happen on their own. And now they will continue to hand their power over to other people, places, and things to make them feel okay. But you know what? We all experience this to some level. We all have a challenge that we're being triggered. So I wonder what level triggers you. If you get triggered on the physical level, then you will look for activities to calm yourself down, to soothe yourself, or to pump yourself up. And those are activities that will bring immediate gratification. And the masses will always choose now over later. You've got to teach yourself how to choose longer-term satisfaction when going for your goals. Or you might be triggered emotionally. And when you're triggered emotionally, you will react instead of responding. Reactions are based on past pain. Responses are based on future impact. And when you go into reaction, you are dealing with emotions that now control and overwhelm and flood you instead of you learning to ride the wave based on those responses. Or you could be triggered mentally. And when you're triggered mentally, you ask yourself 3 questions and you ask them so quick, 1,000th of 1 second, you don't even know what's happening. And those questions are, whatever you just experienced that set off your trigger, what does this mean? What does this mean about me? How do I avoid it? Which then goes into pain avoidance and past pain, and then you taking actions for immediate gratification. Or how do I amplify this? How do I use it? Which then allows you to go into responses based on future impact, and you will then move into actions for longer term satisfaction. And all of this comes from what you were taught to believe about yourself. Over 80% of what you believe was learned by age 8, not based on the truth of you, but based on who others needed you to be. And it started with those primary caregivers, and then another layer got added, and another layer got added as you moved up through school, through friends, through significant others, through careers. And now you're wondering why you have such a hard time going for your goals. Because your subconscious mind is going, well, don't do that for us. We can do it for somebody else and we can help them make their dreams happen, but we can't do it for who we are. So what is it that you need to do? You need to have what's known as transfer of authority. Transfer of power. In fact, when I work with my clients in hypnosis, there is one of 6 levels I'm going to be taking them to in a hypnotic state. It's known as Aaron's Depth Scale. And whatever they're working on will correlate to a certain level of hypnosis. So if somebody wants brain surgery without anesthesia, that's going to be the deepest level of hypnosis, a level 6. I typically am not working with people on that. There's been an occasion, though, with surgery where we've done some interesting things. Most of the time it's for behavioral modification, emotional optimization, and identity upgrades, which is what we're talking about right now. That is a level 2 and a level 3. And the longer you're in hypnosis, the deeper you go. It's a myth that you need to go really deep for the session to work. No, you need to be at a level that corresponds with what you want to experience. And when you want that identity upgrade, we start at a level 2, which is a light level of daydreaming, and then we go to a level 3, which is known as pseudo-regression or pseudo-progression, where you go to your past pain, you give it a purpose for progress, and then you go to your future and you see how things are now upgrading because you're upgrading it, and then you bring it all back to the present moment with you. Okay, so I have to test to make sure that my clients are in a level 2 to start out with. And whenever they pass the test, that's when I'll do a transfer of authority, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, look at what you just experienced. You're the one who created it, not me. Look, you're at this level of hypnosis to where you were able to create what's known as eye catalepsy, relaxing your eyes to the point that they no longer want to open, or arm catalepsy, relaxing your arm to the point that it no longer wants to move. And then once they realize that they did it, not me, I then ask them where they want to apply that power that they truly are in control of their focus, their feelings, their actions. Where do they want to apply it to next? Because there's something known as acceleration by realization, that as soon as your powerful mind realizes you're doing something, it's going, oh, how can we turn this on faster, quicker, and easier? Which is the reason why in my coaching, I always start off the sessions with my clients by asking, what's working well and how do we make it even better? Because your mind then looks at, oh, look at what's happened between the last time Dawn and I got together and now, and look at what I was able to achieve. And now you turn on your identity, not only to reinforce that and reward it, to move forward faster. Okay. All of this is going to start with a transfer of authority and power in what you believe you can achieve. And if you're ready for that, go to drewdawnferguson.com/2021. You're going to see Maximum Mindset for Health, Wealth, and Happiness, a virtual workshop that you can attend from anywhere that is meant to give you the process for your identity upgrade. And over the next 48 hours, if you use the code BONUS, you're going to get to take $40 off your ticket. But that's only for the next 48 hours. All right. So you need to be empowered, but it's your entire identity. You now have the choice. Are you going to continue looking for that short-term gratification based on reactions and avoidance? Are you going to turn to amplification, responses, and long-term satisfaction? I'm here to assist you.